thing that I hate is people who say things to people, tear them down with no solutions. No real solution. I ain't talking about your lip service. I'm talking about your contribution. Like if you talk about how somebody is doing bad and they not shit and this, that, and the third or whatever, but you're not willing to contribute to help build them up, then let's just keep it real. You're just getting your shit off. Or you're just bullying. You got, what is that? There's nothing productive about that.
ABC or you should try XYZ to better things. I don't want to hear that. I want to give you excuses. I don't understand where it's
real community changes in a person. I look at my life and I've become more altruistic. I've become more patient. That's the list goes on and on and on. Hell, I can't even talk to you guys in the old dark side of Hollywood. I can't even talk to you guys like that. I can't even do that. The old me, I don't even know. I can't even bring myself to be that. So, but that's not, I didn't do that by myself. Like, I had help with someone pouring into me. So, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I know the difference between people actually pouring into people and people just talking and shit.
I'm going to give you a real life, off the app example, right? So, she came to me the other week. Said, hey, what do I need to do to get a raise? Blah, blah, blah. I said, sit here and work at that bullshit position that you're in forever. Now, I could always promote you to another position where you'll be comfortable enough to stay here another 5, 10, 15 years, and you just don't be wallowing in mediocrity. You get this education, you can always do more. One day, I actually might call you boss. But they didn't want to hear that. They wanted the quick, easy answer of making money. And I said, okay, that's fine. Then I knew where to put them. Mentally in my head of what type of worker they want to be. People don't want shit that's actually going to make them better in the long run. It causes too much work in their life. That's why you hear these rooms talking about 50-50. No, man. You got to work hard if you want that woman. Get a woman in your tax bracket. That's why it's easier to have a baby shower compared to a marriage. Because no, ma'am, you have to do gifts. Learn how to cook. Learn how to clean. Learn how to shut the fuck up sometimes. Put your ego aside to make that man feel better. It's not always going to be in favor.
Give a fuck about them complaining at all. They can complain freely. And if I don't want to hear it that bad, I can leave the goddamn room. That's it. Because if I'm not going to pour into them and really care for them, I can leave. I just may don't leave. Because if I don't care, I don't care. And if I care, I'm not giving up solutions because they didn't even ask for them. They just want to complain. And I don't give out solutions for somebody that didn't ask for them. Well, look at it like this, okay? To Mississippi, I want you to think about this. So think about this for a moment. If there's somebody who is in a deep slump, and I'm talking about real slumps. I'm not talking about this bullshit that sometimes talk about over here. I'm talking about we gave them, they probably heard that from 1 million people. Whenever somebody's in a deep slump, they probably have heard 1 million people have probably told them you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And they hear that all the time. So what it takes to really help somebody is not advice when they're on that level. What it takes to help somebody when they're on that level is extreme, infinite compassion. This is why a lot of people don't get help in the world. Okay, because most motherfuckers don't have that type of thing.
Okay, Ryan, Holly, I'm so sorry. I'll leave y'all two in here just so y'all can finish the conversation.
That was all I needed to say.
Okay, well, Ryan, did you want to respond before we move on? I'm not good. Oh,
good to you.
Okay, well, let's go and have the gender war, man. Let's get over to the new room. When will men admit that women are better? Now, I've been holding on to this title for like 3 months, so we got to run it. Everybody hit that link on top. Atlas, Diego, Ryan, Courtney, Boo Daddy, Z, Lord Nasty, Bless, Gessler, Brother, Robert, Mama T, Big O, he left, Baggis. Kyla! What's up? Come up here a quick phone before you move. I guess in this one, already.
So you're making a new room? How about this one?
I just wanted to say hello before you go over there, because you know how these rooms get.
Hi. Happy Sunday.
For real, I just got me some weed. I'm on the way home. I already took my daughter to the little, what they call that? What they call that shit? You know those little play areas they got but it's like inside playgrounds? I mean, badass kids be there.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Not Chuck E. Cheese though. Like it's like interactive. Like you can climb shit and all that. You know what I'm talking about?
Trampoline place?
No, it's not trampolines. It's
an inside activity. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a park, but inside.
yeah, but you got kids that's way bigger than a park though. Like it's lit. Like you can climb shit. You got a big long ass slide.
Yeah, I went to something like that last weekend. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that every weekend with baby girl, But anyways, that's what I was doing all day. I took my wife to get some food. But I was on Clubhouse the whole time, so I kind of felt bad. So I'm gonna smoke this blunt, and I'm probably gonna be out in the other room for like 2 hours. But anyways, Lawless. We got a new room, Lawless. I was just talking to Kyla real quick before I get to the new room. That's all.
Okay, I'll head over there. I'm about to cook dinner.
Say less. All right, I'll see y'all in the new room. Everybody in the goo, Mama T, Brother, Lord Nasty, Miss Midsong, go to the new link. What you doing in here, bro? I'm about to talk about these women. First of all, y'all, welcome to the Wind Down. Shout out to the Wind Down. Shout out to all the mods that mod the Wind Down. We had a pretty good conversation today. It was very genuine for the first time in a long time. All the speakers that came through really dropped some gems today, I think. It did get a little toxic towards the end, which is why I made the gender title room. But overall, it was a very decent, very healthy, and very constructive room. I can't wait to hear the replays. And for anybody that's listening to the replays, I just want to say thank you. And if you can hit my back channel and tell me what you thought about this room, because I really appreciated this room. But thank you, everybody, for being here again. We got a new link on top. That link is also in the chat. If y'all want to join the little link, cough, Midsong. I don't know what the hell you're doing. But I wasn't able to dissect it. But if you really think about it before I go, if you think about it, when will men make the women are better? Because I hear a lot of men that's not doing better than the average woman. I think they're better than a woman just because they're a man. I heard a fact once say, your fat ass body can take 2 steps. What makes you think fucking beat a track star in the race because he's a woman? So I think sometimes, anyways, I'll talk about that in the other room. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm messing up my great replays here. Everybody that's in the goo, once again, Lawrence, what you doing? Yo, Lawrence, you're in the wrong room.
Okay.
Oh man, you too, man. You're in the wrong room. All right, I'm closing this one, bro. So you know how to find us, all right? Everybody in the goo, hopefully you know how to find the Wind Down. All right, I'm closing this bad boy out. Thank y'all for being here, as always. We're gonna be.
Get yourself.
Okay, well, talk to I reached out to you guys, so y'all need to
Y'all see my
talk to
face right now?
Can y'all just go on mute for a second? Like the drama, like chill.
Can you talk to her when she gets your message?
She's gonna get it, she hear me. Whack at it, so and all of all, do not be messy. Like this is real life shit. Alright, so
I don't know what you're talking about, Gigi. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really not real life. It's Clubhouse.
no, this is not Clubhouse.
I think the issue you want to address might be Clubhouse.
Sorry. I'll put it in all this. I don't got time for this. Move the conversation forward. I'm sorry.
Let's keep going. RB, you still in?
No, I'm not eating. I'm not eating at all. And I think the men are the reason, are responsible for this dysfunction in the dating market, and that is why Gigi feels the need to want to talk to me. Men play a lot of games when it comes to outside sources, you know, and who may, you know, like them a little bit and they play with them and troll with them. And then they really think in their mind that they have a secret relationship with your partner. And then they want to address that shit on Clubhouse when you don't really, and then they want to say it's real life when you don't even really know what the hell they be talking about because it's not real life to you because you don't even know what's going on because you know they're dysfunctional. These men are the men. The men are the ones provoking this dysfunctional behavior from women because men have a fragile ego that constantly has to be stroked because they feel like they lose it so much that they got to always be reminded that they still got it. So, bitching of other women make them feel like they still got it because of their fragile egos and their lack of confidence thereof. You know what I'm saying? I think women are strong as hell. I think we are extremely strong. We deal with a lot. We put up with a lot, and we sacrifice a lot when it comes to needing our ego stroked or wanting to feel like we still got it. And I feel like women, we struggle too. What if we feel like we don't still got it? We don't entertain other stuff because we don't feel like we still got it. We just try to do stuff to get the attention of our partner. But these Negroes, dysfunctional as men, entertain so much and bring so much confusion to your table that you always, as a woman, gotta hold your head up straight and act like you're the strongest person in the world. And then when you act like that, you too strong. You not me. You not a man. Well, when I was trying to act like a woman, you wanted me to act like a strong ass nigga. Dysfunctional ass men.
And this is when people bring their personal life into situations.
Hold on, I think a woman should respond to that because did you not hear what she just said?
Oh my God!
For men to jump in, show it. All right, we get it. You're strong. You got your masculinity. But did you not just hear what she said? Do you think that she want 8 men coming up the mic right now trying to talk about what she's talking about because you're not a woman?
Because they're dysfunctional. They won't come off the mic, especially Patane, especially Jewel B.
Did you not hear what she just said? Oh my goodness, that's why I can't with this. You got 8 men.
Hold on, Gigi. Hold on, wait, Gigi. Gigi and hold on, wait. On a serious note, wait, this is crazy. Listen, I love where this is going. No, but on a serious note, Franklin just came in the building. Franklin, come on, man. Put it into this conversation, and then Jewel, you get us out there, and then whoever else is next. And then Gigi, if you want to get in there after like 4 or 5 people, because Gigi, you got a very strong voice. We love your voice, Gigi, by the way. You got a very strong voice. Let a couple people get in there, and then you can jump right back in. We got no problem. Go ahead, Franklin.
I am making me and my lady a steak and potatoes right now.
All right.
Y'all go ahead.
One steak. I don't see that.
What a vegetable set. Dysfunctional. That is dysfunctional that he doesn't have any vegetables for that woman to be able to digest and break down that food.
No.
Steak and potatoes.
You're wrong. We're having steak, potatoes, and we have a great salad that's on the side as well. Right?
That's water. That's not a healthy vegetable.
And it's homemade steak that her man is actually cooking for her. Is your man cooking for you today?
Yes, he is.
But tell him you better make that shit good. I'm gonna call his ass and tell him he ain't doing a good job.
Well, actually, he's not cooking for me. I cussed his ass out today. So.
Oh, well, damn, Lord, you tripping, man. You done messed your dinner up.
But I'm still eating cornbread.
No, but check it out. Who's responsible for this?
Compliments of the wood.
Let me go ahead and give you a comment real quick. I think both parties, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta like each other, man. I think people don't like each other. I'm gonna stick to that. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't like each other. People think people like what people can do for each other. They like the benefits. What does each other one have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. I mean, once people, get to the point where they actually like each other, then I think they can start dealing with certain instances when they come to situations and not actually have a fight or flight situation to where
just because they see one red flag. You know what I'm saying? You got nowadays motherfucker knows. You do one thing, I'm gone. She say this one bad thing, I'm gone. You ain't even got the none of it. You ain't got the none of it. Like, everything ain't gonna be perfect. Everything ain't gonna be, like, clean cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, every dude you deal with gonna have an issue. Every woman you deal with gonna have an issue. She might nag too much. She might got a mouth on her. Okay, cool. The next one you get with, she might can't manage money. You know what I'm saying? The next one you get with, she might can't manage her hygiene. You know what I'm saying? The next nigga you get with, this nigga might be bad money. And shit, the next nigga you get with, he might be good with money, but he ain't clean. The next nigga might be good with money, clean, but then the nigga alcoholic. The next nigga might be this, that, and the third, but then the nigga beat your ass. Like, it's just gonna always be something. You know what I'm saying? But you just have your principles and your standards that you stand on and you hold your 10 on. Don't make them unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? But stand on your principles and your 10 and shit. You'll find something. Quit looking. I think that's another part of it. Quit looking. When you stop looking, it's gonna come. But quit looking. Live your life. Focus on your goals. Get yourself together, your own personal shit. Everything else will come for you. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be comfortable when it comes. That's all I got to say.
I often wonder what causes people to get in relationships to focus. It seems as though people focus more on what they can get for themselves versus how they can serve the person that they're in a relationship with. It's like I put chat, like manipulation causes dysfunction. A lot of times dysfunctional relationships are stem from some form of manipulation that happened at the beginning that didn't get found out till towards the end of the relationship. And so it just makes me wonder, like, when people are seeking relationships, are they always looking for more of how the relationship can serve themselves or how they can serve the other person?
Like, what is it?
I agree with that.
Can a woman speak for a second, please? I get it. You're a man, don't dominate, but let a woman speak. Miranda, you 100%. Did you not just see what happened? So, I definitely got R&B in her to go ahead and speak. And what happened? The content that they had, which is women, basically, shutting the fuck up. And so, R&B came in here, we waited. We both waited to speak. And then we let you allow us to speak. And then guess what? Look what just happened. Franklin, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put you on blast because you did it. You ran her out. Because, first of all, when we're talking about intelligence, right? We're talking about dysfunctional, right? We're talking about marketing. We're talking about equal, basically, equal fucking, relationships, right? Like allowing women to speak, right? Because men always want to be so dominant, right? So R&B came and sat very quietly. Y'all let her speak, right? And when you're talking about this whole dysfunctional dating market, but yet you'll always revert back to how men are dominant. So it's like we're not allowed to speak. Well, guess what? R&B was allowed to speak, and that's fine. And so what happened? She got cut off by Franklin because Franklin had the need to go and say what? Absolutely nothing. You cut her off to say absolutely nothing. You want to flex your boss. So now you have the woman off. This is a literally experience. That's why I can't make this up. So Franklin, how are you?
First of all, I was asked to speak by a moderator. Second of all, I need you to stay out the powder, Gigi, okay? Stay out the powder.
Yours. And I'm going to stick with it.
Stay out the powder, Gigi.
Okay, so boom. All right, so boom. I let it rock. I let it rock. The stage passed the vibe check, man. Y'all passing the vibe check. Sometimes we gotta just enjoy a lot, man. We can have jokes inside here, man. We can play around, but we do have a topic at hand. Who's responsible for the dysfunction in the dating market? Welcome to Louisiana, by the way. But I'm from South Carolina. I'm Trap Baby. This is a room that they allowed me to, post today. I made this topic. I wanted to hear everybody's opinion on this. I wanted to see what people thought. Who we think is to blame for this dysfunction. I've heard some submissions. I've heard Gigi start wanting to slay some of you men for, I guess, your submissions. But yeah, let's continue this conversation. Some of the people have been quiet for a while. Mickey, Diabolical, Miranda. I'm actually about to have to get out here in like 15 minutes. I'm about to go inside a different space. But come on, man, let's continue this.
I want to apologize to Franklin. She thought it was you. Anyways, I interrupted, and I just said that.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
No,
Hold on, Gigi.
I said this earlier. People are gonna put their personal information. Before I went on, my first statement was a lot of y'all putting y'all personal information out here because y'all telling on yourselves. You're talking about overall us as a culture, us as a group. That's what I believe. I know there's some white folks in there. I love y'all too. But right now, as black folks, they talking about the dysfunction of the dating and the relationship spectrum of this modern society. It's both of our faults. And I'm going to say it again. Y'all got to look at your history. Once you look at your history, you're going to be like, oh. Now, after you look at your history, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Because the first thing I talked about was look at yourself. But when Java came on here and said what I wanted to say, but I was too scared to say it, I said, good. Since he brought it up and everybody agreed, I'm going to bring up the history part. So, look at yourselves. Somebody, 3 people do it, and Gigi, you contradict yourself. Thank you.
Let me respond. I never got you.
Hey, hold on, Gigi. I actually want to give you a chance because he did mention your name. But before you do that, do anybody want to speak? I just want to.
Yes, I do. Real quick, I just want to say, first of all, sir, I was simply trolling. I was simply trolling. That is not my personal life. FYI. Just wanted to let you know that.
Don't believe you need more people.
Yeah, wrong. Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Hey, Right Way in here, man. Right Way. What you got for the?
Well, I wanna
Go ahead.
thank Trap for holding the space down. This I don't know how many rooms you ever discounted how intelligent you are and how much wisdom you got. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know I rock with you.
And let me just say here
This
too.
was unexpected coming back to Clubhouse, seeing Trap run his room. I said, you're doing a good job, bro. That has no BS, bro.
Individual speaking in the room because you gave more leeway to others to give their opinion, and that showed your intelligence then. So I love the way you switched it up and you became a moderator because that's what moderators do. They facilitate the room, hold the room in some type of order, and they don't always have an opinion about everything. So good job, young man.
Hey, y'all.
And like I said, the 3 C's of content: creator, commentator, and contributor. You transitioned today from a contributor to a commentator. You was able to control the room, allow breathing, allow space for everybody to get in, and made it even amongst contribution between the men and the women. So I'll give you your props, man. Good job.
Yeah, he even did the creator part because that's his title.
So, hey, y'all. I just came up to give Trap his props. I'm very impressed, young man. I'm just somebody on Clubhouse. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. But if you continue to do this, what you're doing now, you have a promising future. Just keep it up. Stay away from the BS and keep going this way, and I think you'll do good.
See, low key, y'all been sleeping on Trap. Y'all been sleeping on Trap this whole time, low key, because low key, most of us already knew he had that power. He just had to get over the nerves. But, you know, anytime you can move the crowd like that and the audience and people are wondering things and like they stay on why you roll your R's. You did a good job today controlling that too. You started off kind of rocky, but then you got control over that. So I think you did an amazing job.
Let's get back to the
Hang on, sister girl. Hang on, sister girl.
No, all right. You got good moderating.
One second, Jesus Christ.
So, like I said, even you even harnessed the crowd, bruh, and was able to pull in people, like specifically some people we haven't even seen in a minuto. Like
You said
we know R&B.
5 minutes, Gigi.
She only shows up to 5-star stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like she might be in some low key stuff, but it be 5-star there. So look at these big ass names that you pulled. You know what I'm saying? You got a full stage, people trying to talk. You got a full ass goo. Like you did the damn thing. So take your damn bow.
Oh yeah, for sure. That we get back to the concert, or we still doing this?
Yeah, let's get back. Thank y'all. Like I said, I got my like 7 minutes left. Hold on, before you get us out of you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So, see, only reason when I got pulled on stage and I saw Trav, I said, oh, that's one of the first people I followed, man, because he said the same stuff I be saying. So I was happy that he was up there with the green dot.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
See,
Appreciate all y'all,
we
man.
need to be giving flowers more. We need to be pumping each other up more. Like I like that.
Yeah, man's responsible for the dysfunction of the dating market. Man.
Go ahead, elaborate, right? Wayne, go ahead. I've been hearing the response like a lot. I think the men gotta go. Like we gotta go have a talk sometime, man. Maybe not today. Like I said, I got about 5 more minutes left, but I've been hearing that response a lot. I also been hearing both parties, but you know, I've been hearing the men. Go ahead. Go ahead, right? Well, go ahead, elaborate.
Oh yeah, because men started off with lies. You feel me? They started off in the beginning like you did, and they the dysfunction, that moment right there, it leads to more dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Because you just lying. You ain't telling this young lady the truth. You ain't keeping her honest with her. You playing, manipulating her head and stuff. And that's just how the problem is even created from the start.
So I'll go ahead and answer the title. I'll put it in the chat, but I will say this. I think dysfunctional people are responsible for the dysfunction in the dating market. And I think once you mix those people together with people who are not trying to be dysfunctional, then everything gets murky and you can't tell who's from who.
Okay, so let me give my submission. I haven't spoken. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not gonna troll. Y'all know I normally troll. Men are responsible for the dysfunction in the dating market, and I'm gonna tell you why. How many times have you been on Clubhouse and you ever heard a man come off the mic and say this? There are women out here who are worth marrying, good women who are not hoes, women who handle their business and do what they're supposed to do, women who are not masculine, women who keep their body together, women that follow every criteria that I'm looking for. They just don't want my ass. How many times have y'all ever heard a man come off the mic and say that?
I'm new to the floor, but I say that all the time. There are amazing women outside. They just don't want us like that all the time.
The point that I'm saying is the men only focus on the women who are the quote unquote bad apples in the bunch. Men need to be focusing on the women that's worth marrying instead of spending all day focusing on the women that they deem not worth marrying. I want you to understand something. OnlyFans did not encourage women to be promiscuous. What OnlyFans did was allow promiscuous women an outlet to showcase their promiscuity. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people blame the internet and dating apps and all of this stuff, saying the women are like this because of social media, the women are like this because of such and such. No, that's how the women are. They're using that outlet to just showcase and broadcast to the world what type of time they on. Instagram is not turning these women into hoes. I know plenty of women who are not attention seekers. I know plenty of women, you go to their IG, it's private and they got 200 followers. They're not interested on getting 100,000 followers. That's just not their thing. The dysfunction comes from the people who are mad at where they sit on the totem pole. And it starts with the man. We able to say, this is who I want. we go after. The women have to attract the men that they want. A lot of women don't want to go holler at dudes. Now, I think it's smart because I've heard multiple women say that they handpick their husband. That don't mean you go up to him and you shooting your shot. You at least put yourself in that vicinity. You get what I'm saying? But it starts and it ends with the men because we have the responsibility of being a hunter and doing what it takes to get these type of women attention and woo them over to, you know what I'm saying, convince them to want to fuck with us. And I think we spend too much time focusing on the women that are quote unquote problematic, the women who don't want to listen, the women who are argumentative, the women who you say got all these kids. If you don't want to date single mothers, why the fuck spend 3 hours a day talking about single mothers? It's just like a broke nigga talking about rich people. Yeah, rich people are evil. Rich people are such and such. All of the rich people are holding us back. That ain't gonna put $1 damn in your pocket. So I think that we start focusing on more positive stuff. And I know people don't want solutions. People do not want solutions. They don't. Because a lot of people's solutions, most of us in this room, 80% of our problems could be fixed in a goddamn gym. I'm going to keep it above. But that's all I got to contribute. I'm going to go on mute.
Well said.
This is amazing, man. This is amazing. Animal, you just heard some submissions, and you also put some stuff in the chat. Come on, elaborate. Tell me why you think men are pandering right now in this conversation.
Yeah, Animal don't agree with anything right now. Animal, I do want you to explain those certain things that you was, texting me and stuff like that. I'm interested to know. What up, bro? Salam.
Hey, Kosan, as soon as I break my fast, that's what I'm waiting on, Trap. A couple more minutes.
Okay, I got you. Anybody else want to say something to what they heard or to the title? Rod J, you just got in here. I think that's how you say your name. I'm hoping that's in the room. I don't know. Like I said, I'm about to shoot out of here. You just came up on stage. Would you like to say something to the title? This has been interesting. If you guys want to know what I think, I kind of put my little 2 cents in when the room first opened. I think it's both of us, man. That's who I think it is. I think it's both of us. It's really not that hard to see. But if I had to point more towards somebody, it's definitely going to be the man. Again, this is like a man's world, right? That's what they say. We are supposed to be the one leading, and if we're leading incorrectly, then of course everything that follows is just going to be messed up along the way, right? So I think more men needs to start trying to lead correctly, and we'll be in better positions. Actually want to lead. Men don't even want to lead at all. You feel me? So this woman out here just completely abandoned, and strayed off to society. It's messed up, man. I think men need to get their shit together. That's
what the hell is... I said this before and I'm going to say it again, right? When God created men, right, he already knew the niggas need pussy. That's why he created women, right? So this idea that, like, men are going to, like, come to this philosophical enlightenment, so where they're going to stop wanting pussy, that's anti-God in a way. God literally created women so that men can have pussy. What women got to realize, right, is that this whole shit is rigged against them, right? Like, if you fuck a nigga that you're not married to, you played yourself. Congratulations. Because once the nigga stop fucking with you, right, you just left with a fuck pussy. That's all you getting out of the deal is a fuck pussy. He's just gonna go on to fuck more pussy. So he gets more pussy, you get less dick. Like, how does that work for you? Like, in what world in your math is that math? He gets more pussy, you get less dick. Or you gotta get a new dick. Like, this shit is crazy. So again, women, Yeah, the game is fucked up. Yeah, it's the men's fault, but it's not the men's fault for the reason that it's their fault. It's the nature of man. Man is always gonna have his dick out. Period. Stop thinking these niggas is your friends. These niggas don't want to get to know you like that. They just want to fuck. And the one who really want to get to know you like that want to marry you, so he not gonna want to fuck. So the fact that you fucking, you played yourself. Congratulations. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Let the record show this is why I say most of you niggas don't deserve the internet, and there needs to be an annual fee clubhouse of $150 a year, so that way I'm not forced to hear some of you guys' opinions. Like real talk.
I heard some
Trapping, yeah, I'm gonna say this to y'all. Y'all are absolutely right. I stand corrected. It is absolutely the men's fault after listening to that. I apologize, brothers.
Okay.
Listening to one nigga?
Because how can you tell your daughter? Just imagine having a conversation with your daughter and telling her,
I'm gonna tell my daughter, niggas trying to
you
fuck.
were born because you have a pussy to fuck.
You got a pussy and niggas wanna fuck.
Lord have mercy. I want to say something to her.
I need
God, because you said that.
Yeah, how do you tell your daughter? You tell your daughter that she was born because she has a pussy to fuck, and that's why God created her, because she's a pussy that's gonna be fucked, and men want to fuck her.
I know it's not right, but it is nature. It's like, look, there's things that's not right in the world that we can't fix. That's one of those things.
Here's something that hold on.
That's one.
I want to say something after him.
Yeah, so one thing that I implore other people to do, particularly brothers, I want you guys to start approaching these conversations as if you were a father and you were talking to your daughter. What would that answer be? And give me some of these conversations, because I know trust me, I know there's some of y'all that are fathers, and how you guys answer these questions is beyond me, but that's neither here nor there. But I want you guys to really just start looking at this from a different perspective, where this is just benefiting me, and that's all I'm looking out for. Look at this as if you were talking to your young seed, female young seed. And what would your answer then be? Will it be the same, or does it have to change?
I'm gonna tell my daughter straight up, you have a vagina, these niggas wanna fuck you. And your job is to not get fucked. That's the game. The game is don't get fucked. Until you, like, don't get fucked. Right? If you get fucked, it's like in the Mario, when you fall down the hole, that hole is your vagina. Don't get fucked. And if you go down the hole, make sure you go down the hole because you're going through the right maze to get you to the King Koopa down the pole type shit and win the game. That's the nature of the game for women is to end up with the man that's going to take care of you. That's the woman's game. End up with the nigga who's going to take care of you. If you get fucked,
I'm sorry.
Can I talk now?
No, actually, we're going to give it to Case because she wanted to speak, and I'll give it to you, Mika.
Makai.
Makai, I'm sorry.
Hey, Makai.
You, hi? I'm blown.
That makes both of us.
Because you are absolutely right. But then, Black, you're not going to sit here and misquote that Bible. Because the reason why God created woman was to be a helpmate, to be a support. He didn't just create us so you could just dive off in our pussy. And the simple fact that this moment was revealed is why R&B said what she said. Y'all don't have the capacity. Some of y'all don't have the capacity. Because there are some good men out here. But it's some of y'all who don't have the capacity to even teach a woman something meaningful. So the fact that you even said that fucking bullshit is diabolical. It's diabolical. Because if that's what you're going to pour into your woman, I can tell you right now, she's going to come out here and fuck somebody.
looking ass. And she's gonna bring some bullshit to your doorstep because that's the bullshit you put in her. Because you told her she's created to fuck. You didn't put no parameters around that. And so because you didn't put any boundaries around that, and because you're not a good protector and you're not a good teacher, you're leading your woman to hell. And this is why a lot of us have got with the wrong motherfuckers and got fucked over. This is why a lot of us have got with men and got beat on, cheated, babies made on, because y'all don't have the capacity and y'all don't have the tools to not only provide, protect, lead, nurture, pour into. Y'all don't have it. So I'm trying to stay calm, but you shouldn't have said that. You should not have said that way. And you know, and no. Because I was just in a room with you. I was just in a room with you.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. And you weren't talking like that.
Well, I'm being honest.
Hold on, let me out. Trust me, I know how to land a plane.
I'm sorry about that.
And I know that you had sense. And I know after talking to you last night that you wouldn't tell your seeds that. Especially your baby, you wouldn't tell your baby that.
Listen, if we say God made Eve to be a helpmate, right?
It can work.
All right, so how and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is not about a disrespect.
What you told was not in the Bible. And I'm not going to let you do that.
This is not.
I'm not going to sit here. No, sir. You are not going to sit here and push that bullshit narrative. Because it's in the book. It's in a book. It's in black and white. It's in there. It says directly why he created her.
I help her, right? And then think about it. I help her. No, wait. Hear me out. I help. He could have made another man, just like he made.
Yeah. I know where this conversation.
Another man would have been.
This is going. We're not gonna take this conversation down that road.
What is he saying?
We're not gonna engage in
A
that.
woman has this specific.
This has been a great room. Shout out to Trap.
I'll give him his credit. Didn't think he had it in him. He proved me wrong. Shout out to Trap. And we're gonna keep the shit going straight like that. All right. Y'all continue. If you continue this conversation, bye. And I mean that shit. So let's do this conversation.
Let me get in here. I know some people like to troll.
It was my turn.
And people take the trolling just way too far.
I'm not like that, but yeah. Who you let that nigga Yape on the goddamn stage? I can't stand that motherfucker.
We finna go to Makai. Makai, you got the mic, baby.
Yeah. So, that was a lot. I think narcissists are responsible for dysfunction in the dating market. I don't think that it's a specific gender. Narcissists can be women or men. And I think that we have to stop doing this thing where we say, oh, it's men, it's women. No, it's specific personality types that are messing up the game. And a lot of times, those hurt people. So when you don't do the work to go within after you go through something like a bad relationship or somebody hurts you, disappoints you, you end up projecting that hurt and that hatred onto somebody new and the cycle repeats. I think that if you are miserable and you are effed up mentally, stop dating. Focus on yourself and get yourself together before you traumatize somebody else. And that those narcissistic people and miserable people, all they do is going around fucking with innocent people. Excuse my language on this good Sunday. They go around tainting other people and rubbing their bad energy off on other people. And now people think that the whole dating market is trash because they done dealt with one individual that fucked them up so bad. And it is oh so sad because you be talking to people who've had these terrible experiences, and this be stuff that happened 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And it's like, you ain't healed from that shit by now?
Exactly.
You still carrying it? When Erykah Badu made Bad Lady, when they see you coming, niggas take off running. And don't get me wrong, niggas can be women too, because it be some men with some baggage. I heard a man the other day say, oh, I had my ex-girlfriend had a baby on me 6 years ago. And I said, nigga, that was 2020. The fuck that got to do with me? That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because guess what? If you are single and you're not ready to date, just date, not being in a relationship, stay your tail at home. Go to therapy. Invest in yourself and get yourself together. Because every time you encounter somebody who's healed when you unhealed, they're going to hold that mirror up to you. And if you don't like what you see, work on it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. There's some truth to what you said. Hell, there's some truth to a lot that I've heard over the course of this conversation. But there's a lot of nuance that's been left out. Like what Black said, I don't agree with any of that. But there's an equal and the opposite of that. There are women who feel the exact same way, just in the opposite way. You got a lot of hurt people out here. You got a lot of hit dogs that holler. But to be honest with you, them ain't the problems. Those people are not the problems. See, you can see that person coming from a mile away. The people are the problems, are the people who hide their baggage and they hide their trauma and they hide it very well. Those are the people who are the problems. The people who you get with and then you don't realize they fucked up to 6 months down the line. That's why people say you have to see somebody in every season to know exactly who they are. So I definitely agree. You're going to always hear some outrageous stuff on both sides. But I'm going to stick to my stance. I think the men are the biggest problem simply because we have a greater responsibility in a relationship. Like, relationships are not equal. They just not. At the end of the day, if a family is on the side of the road homeless, people are looking to that man and saying, what did he do wrong? Nobody's looking at that woman. The family, the success of the family lies on the weight of that man's shoulder. And that's not up for debate.
Now, Content, who is responsible for the dysfunction in the dating market? But you said, man, I'll say that subject matter for a different day because I'm going to cook y'all ass with that topic. I'm sick of y'all saying faulting everything on goddamn men. But we're going to talk about it one day. But here it is. Both men and women are the fucking problem with the dysfunction in the dating market. I'm going to tell you why. Because none of you motherfuckers have forgive yourself for the dumbass decision for letting a motherfucker stay in your life that showed you who the fuck they was. And now you're trying to do fucking collateral damage, hoping that they would motherfucking change you, let them stay longer than what they did today. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually broke you, and some of them financially fucked you over. So until you forgive yourself for that dumbass decision that you made for letting that dumbass woman or that dumbass man stay in your life 4, 5, 6 years and fuck you over, yeah, that's it. That's what's wrong with the dysfunction. Because you can't date unless you forgive yourself for your dumbass decisions. Want me to tell you how I know? I don't have to go out here and relive my bad experience and project on all fucking women because I forgave myself. I seen that motherfucker when she walked up in my goddamn fucking face. But that ass and that beauty had me fucking blinded. And guess what? I tolerated the red flags, hoping, damn, if I treat her right, she'll do right. And some of you motherfuckers don't spend your goddamn emotions, your goddamn heart, and your fucking money, and realize she never fucking changed, and you ain't forgave your goddamn self. That's the problem with you, man. Goddamn, you ain't forgave yourself for your dumbass decisions, and you want to accept the fact. Damn, I let this bitch stay in my life long enough. I let this pussy ass nigga stay in my life too goddamn long. And now you're saying, women this way, men are this way. You can't see the good women or the good men till you look at the mirror and say, damn.
Archie.
Hold on, Archie, I forgive myself. You know what? I thought I could make wise decisions, but I didn't. And now you're placing all that goddamn trauma on every motherfucker. Everybody knew because you know to stay in your life. You want that nigga to stay in your life because he had a little money and that was the best nigga you ever had to spend money on you. This is the best woman you ever had in your life that tolerates your shit. But then so guess what? Wake up, people. Listen, you see that word? Dysfunction. That's where the dysfunction starts. Within you. Because you scared of the motherfucker that you was with was a mirror and showed you that you a motherfucker that'll tolerate bullshit. And you ain't forgave yourself. Matter of fact, some of you got babies by the motherfucker. And now you're mad. Forgive yourself for tolerating bullshit Forgive yourself for allowing a woman to walk over you. Forgive yourself for allowing a woman to manipulate you because you thought you could see the goddamn shit. Hey, women, forgive yourself for you believing that man lies and thought he had potential because that's the perception that you thought he would change. Just forgive yourself. Dysfunction starts when you don't forgive yourself for making dumbass decisions. Just like me, I forgave myself for the harm I did to my fucking community when I was younger. You see how that fucking worked? Because forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Forgiveness allows you to let go of all the trauma, all the pain that you experience, whether it's by somebody else's hand or your dumbass choices for dealing with a dumbass motherfucker. So when you forgive yourself, you can let go of your past and move forward to a brighter fucking future. And I dare motherfucker to challenge me on that.
Hey, Archie, I agree with everything you said. The only pushback I got is I'd rather be blinded by a fat ass and a flat, non-big ass fupa stomach, non-long ass titties, right? Or rolls and shit. I'd rather be blinded by a fat ass and a woman who is I'm compatible with than fuck that. We gotta stop. I agree with everything you said now. But we gotta stop saying. Yeah, we gotta stop saying that shit. Look, man, because a woman, this woman got a fucked up. Hold on, man, let me finish. There's women out here with a fucked up ass shape with a fucked up attitude, bro. Just running a motherfucker to the ground, bro. You can't condemn men and say men will hit anything, don't have big discipline. Then when men do display to talk about their type and preference, now I'm being serious now, I'm trolling if you miss me. But they can't be, you can't condemn men who do have a type that's not going to just hit anything, right? And say they shallow. Or you paying attention to the wrong thing. No. It's okay to have a preference and or type, but then you also want to get to know the woman, whether she got a shape or not. You want to get to know who you're contemplating spending the rest of your life with, not just your time or your money. You know what I'm saying? But don't condemn men because your ass got a horrible fucking shape. Because your ass don't want to go to the motherfucking gym. Because your ass afraid of fucking stairmasters and sit-ups. So, no, fuck that. I got a type. I'm not taking one for the team. I'm not even looking your fucking way.
Let me get on here. I think that, listen, I understand that this app is performative, but y'all got to stop being disingenuous. Y'all got to stop with this fupa shit. I'm gonna be honest. There are so many women out here.
I said big ass fupa.
I get it, bro. There's so many women out here that got a little weight on them. They got plenty of motion. They ain't never had a shortage of dudes trying to get with them. You got women out here who got 2-3 baby daddies. They ain't never had a shortage of men trying to get with them. So I get what y'all saying, right? I think a lot of stuff get lost in translation because we leave so much room for nuance, is all I'm saying. I get exactly what you're saying. There are people that need to work on their health situation. You need to be trying to get healthy. Whether that means you losing weight to look better, but you need to get healthy regardless, because we losing a lot of people because we got bad diets in our community, right? We got people in their 30s and 40s having heart attacks, like as the norm, because of all of this processed food that they feeding us.
But gosh, I ain't fucking with a skinny chick neither.
Let me finish real quick. The point that I'm trying to say is, I think that as men, we put too much emphasis on these women weight, because these same women that men be talking about their weight, they won't give your ass a time of day. These same women that men would say, oh, you a baby mama, they pulling niggas that's better than you. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, I think we got to stop focusing on the negative shit. Like, all the performative shit, it's good. It's good for a laugh here and there. But we come back to ground zero, is what I'm saying.
Content. I don't want to. Hold on. Content. I wasn't performing. I'm dead ass shit. Look, what I mean is, I'm saying I don't want to fuck with a skinny chick neither. I don't want to fuck with a chick that's built like the Marshmallow Man off Ghostbusters. I don't want to fuck with a chick that got a horrible shape. That's just not my type. And men, y'all gotta stop being afraid to talk about your type. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not stopping there. I'm getting to know her, but I gotta be attracted to her to walk over there and introduce myself. And nothing's wrong with having a type of preference. And fellas and ladies, stop letting these men get mad at you if you say you want a man who is financially stable. I'm talking about gold digger shit.
financially stable, or he gotta be of a certain height, or you don't want a nigga with a little dick. If your coochie that big to where fucking you is like throwing a hot dog down the hallway, that's your prerogative. Don't let nobody condemn you for having the type of preference. All right.
I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. Man, you wild. They got slim women, big women. I agree with the fupa part. I get what you're saying, but it's girls that stick as hell. They ain't got no fupa. So it's like, and I see some slim women that look good. So like, there's some skinny women that's bad. They got a nice fat ass. So I don't know. Like, I date them all. I'm like Ash Ketchum. I'm trying to catch them all as long as they ain't no goddamn ducky, ugly ass side duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about she look chopped in her face and chopped in her. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm
Okay, so let me get it.
But see, you ain't hear what I said.
I want to ask the women a question, right? Women, why do you think these men spend so much time talking about women that they don't want? Is it possible because they can't get the women that they actually want? That's why they talk about the women they don't want. I want to hear from the ladies.
I think it's a combination of a little bit of everything, right? I think that sometimes people don't realize how much they complain about stuff that they don't like, that it appears as if that they secretly do like that thing. Sometimes people attract people and they haven't figured out why they attract those people and they're not attracted to those people. Some people, they settle and they hate the fact that they settle and they tired of settling. It's like what J. Cole said, bitches can't get Michael, so they settle for Tito. They tired of settling for Tito, in lack of better terminology. If you keep attracting women with kids and you can't find a woman with no kids and you don't got no kids, maybe you need to start looking for some women elsewhere, because that's insane to me. A lot of times people do the same thing over and over and they complain about it, but I think that it's crazy to me when men get in these spaces and they complain about a particular demographic of women, but they're dating that demographic. Sometimes I think that a man possibly may have been hurt by that particular woman, so he's hyper focused on that type of woman. Other times, men truly don't like that type of women and they're just focused on, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like that, and it gets kind of weird. Like, you gotta heal yourself, because that's no different when I hear women talk about they don't like men who act like this. I think it's bitterness. It's kind of weird.
What
Okay, so they bitter and hurt. I like that. Are there any more women who want to answer that question? What do you think about these new one to speak?
Can I go back to the question at hand, though? Because I had a great answer, and I think
Go
it's
ahead,
social
go ahead
media.
to the question.
I think social media is the dysfunction. Dating mom. Because if we were all stuck, let's say with our families, or whatever the case may be, stuck going to work and saying no out temptations, we would know people in our sphere. But instead, we're looking at people who's not in our atmosphere. And one of the things that are not in our atmosphere. So the reason why I feel like people are stuck on what they see is because they're around quote unquote big women or whatever you don't like. You're around it. So you're talking about what you don't like because you're around it. You're not around the people that you do like. And back to what she was saying, basically you want to get around those people that you like. But once you do have your standard and once you do understand what you like, you go around that. You try to find a place where they are. You put yourself in the vicinity, and like you said, go to the gym if that's what you like. You find that, but that's not what people see in the average. You might gotta go to the club at hours to see the lady that you like. But then you might not like what she do. So you like how she look, but you don't like what she do. So it's like, I just think it's social media, honestly.
So can I go back to your question content and say that I think whatever you focus on is what you see more. And then I always give is that, when you want a car, like I can this red Lexus, what is that, RX? Every time I turn my head, I see that car. Only because I said I wanted it and I started thinking about it. And I think the same can ring true if it's something that you don't want. You'll still notice it more if it's something that you don't want, but you constantly keep talking about it. So I think that's what it really boils down to.
Having a type in or preference is bitter, not
No, that's not what I said.
I was asking content. So, because in other conversations, women be so quick to say men will hit anything. We don't have big discipline. Then when men display a type of preference, hey, I prefer this type of, and I said women, you have every right to have a type of preference too. I said it both ways, right? Now we're bitter. That's a problem. Did I miss something?
I'm gonna tell you what I've noticed on this. There are a select group of men that they have a select group of women that they like to punch down on. You get what I'm saying? My whole thing is, if you don't want this type of woman, why do you have to mention women with fupas? I'm really starting to think a woman with a fupa hurts you unapologetically. I'm not being performative or nothing. I'm thinking that maybe. Listen. This is what I'm thinking. It was a girl in high school you really wanted. She wasn't trying to fuck with you, but now she big and she got a fupa. So now you just saying, I don't want a woman with a fupa, but you used to want that woman because you mentioned it every room. So it's just like, I don't go around every room talking about the stuff that I don't want. It gotta be something subconsciously in your brain that's making you express that. It's probably a woman that turned you down and left you.
Wow. Content, I also said no. Hold on.
Jig.
What's up, dude? Where the fuck you been, bro?
I was chilling, bro.
What's up, man? Welcome back, man.
Thanks, bro. To what Content said, right, about the fupa thing. What if he gave somebody a chance that was his?
I didn't do it. How you gonna talk about me? I didn't do that.
But I find this shit funny.
Hold on. What about? Hold on, Stashery. Hold on. Hey, I also said I want a woman with no long ass titties. I didn't go any deeper. You know what I'm saying? My type of woman, right, takes pride in her appearance. She goes to the gym. So I prefer a woman who likes to work out, but that's something we can do together. I'm graduating high school as a virgin, so ain't no woman hurt my feelings, bro. All I'm saying is this, man. I have a type of preference. I'm not a guy that's just gonna hit anything. I'm not walking around neighborhoods trying to put my dick in every mailbox, bro. That's okay.
It's a lot of bad.
How long have me and you been rocking with each other?
About 4 or 5 years.
Just keep it a buck with me, bro. What was her name?
Who?
The girl who broke your heart.
No. What about the Lord? Y'all missing. Hold on. I said no rolls. I said no long ass titties, and I said no flat ass.
Why don't you say what you do? You know what's crazy?
I just said everybody. Hold on. Y'all heard? You're not listening, man. Hold on. Stop screaming. Hold on. Please let me keep this. Please stop. I just said. Hold on. Somebody just said. Why don't I say what I do like? I just did. I like women who don't have long ass titties, who don't have a big ass fupa, who don't have a flat ass. I just said it.
I see exactly what
We're gonna move past this. We're gonna unpack this trauma another time, but it's definitely something there. I promise you. There's something there. I can't put my hand on it, but we gonna get to it one day.
We smelled the bottom of a woman's fupa. That's what happened.
y'all got to stop this.
Big ass head. I don't have a problem with a small fupa. I said big ass fupa.
Not you got specific with the fupa.
You put your nose underneath the fupa.
I said big ass fupa. You know when she stands to the sideways and you look at her silhouette, it's bigger than her ass? No, fuck no. I'm not fucking with her.
Nigga, what the fuck is that?
Now she built like a letter O.
Yeah, that's
a Batman Return.
Fucking A.
Hold on. She built like Oswald Cobblepot in Batman Return.
The penguin?
No, that bitch built like the Violator from
Look, we gonna move on. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but everybody mama ain't got a perfect shape. And I listen, I love women too much to just watch this go on all day. So let's just keep on.
Some of these mamas got the perfect shape. I ain't gonna lie.
Some of them do, but what I'm saying is, like, y'all gotta understand that y'all might have daughters one day. Some of y'all already got daughters.
Nigga, we ain't
y'all
got no daughters.
Nigga, you don't understand. What I'm telling you is, there's going to be somebody. Your daughter gonna come home one day, and somebody's gonna be making fun of the way your daughter looks. You're gonna have to.
This is the man we. Oh my God.
No, I'm just is being
You're not understanding.
Ain't nobody gonna be sensitive like that.
Yeah,
It's
there's
gonna
some
build
people.
character. I know bad girls that's funny as hell in school. They used to be able to cut niggas' ass, and they wasn't necessarily just ugly. She gotta have that.
People always showing on people.
It don't even
Some
have to be
people got
fast.
problems
Girl,
they can't lose with. So it's not on purpose. Not everybody's just big on purpose.
But
They may have
big people ain't all ugly. It's some skinny motherfuckers out here.
Whether she can lose the weight or not, she ain't gonna be my type. Whether she can lose the weight or not, she ain't my type. Y'all literally proved.
So what if you met her and she was perfect and then once she had a baby, she turned into
she lost weight. I wouldn't leave her if she lost weight. I said I wouldn't approach a woman that is not my type. I have every right to have a preference.
Asking if she came as your type, but then became not your type.
I said I would. Are you listening? I said I wouldn't leave her. I'm not walking up to Gabby Sudabe. Listen, beloved, I'm not being mean, beloved. I wouldn't walk up to Gabby Sudabe or what's that one chick name? The fat chick that just lost some weight. What is her name? She have her ass out and shit. I'm not walking up. I'm not walking up. Hold on. Lizzo has a pretty face. Lizzo has a pretty face, but I'm not walking up. I'm not doing this. Listen, unapologetic. I can socialize. We can crack jokes, all that shit. I'm not approaching her. I'm not gonna leave my woman because she loses weight, man. I'm not doing that. But I'm not approaching her looking if she looks like Gabby Sudabe. Nah, fuck that. No. Okay, so my question again, right? Why do y'all men spend so much time punching down on women you don't want and not acknowledging the women that you do want that you can't get? See, if y'all niggas would focus on the women that y'all can't get, the women worth marrying, then we can get all these brothers married and we can end the gender war today. But now y'all don't want to focus on those women because you know you don't qualify for her because you hurt. So all you want to do is say, I don't want these women. What about the women you do want? That's the only question. I feel like I'm asking a logical question.
It's an unfair question.
Just say you can't
really
get her.
Unfair.
Just say you can't get her so we can move on.
Hey, no, I wouldn't wait with somebody who wouldn't want me anyway. That's the point. Some people don't have that mental capacity.
Josh, that question makes zero sense. You're right. It don't make no sense. You exactly.
You know what? You can't say it. You gotta say it about the women too.